Hey everybody, Theresa here of Larkin Design, and welcome to my Clique Kits May 2018 layout share. And so I did several layouts for my Clique Kits creative team responsibilities this month, and so I just wanted to share those with you. You can view all these projects. I will link them below on the Clique Kits blog, and you'll also be able to see these projects on my blog as well. I also have a Clique Kits discount code that you can use when you go to the Clique Kits shop, and so any of the products in the shop you can use my code. It's capital letters Moxley10, and so that coupon is good for, or that coupon code is good for 10% off the items in the shop. It does not include the kits themselves. So I wanted to share these with you. I don't video my process for my Clique Kits layouts. It's something that I do to kind of balance my workload, but I did want to share them with you here. And so I have a Project Life layout. This is in my 2013 album, and I have used a combination of sequin pockets, my photos, of course, some of the printable, or the word just left my brain, the exclusives that are in the kit. And so the May kit was featured Pinkfresh products, and so it had products from the Pinkfresh BU collection, from Let Your Heart Decide, and also from a case of the Blas. And so Pinkfresh always has the best colorways, and so I had some of the hearts from that pattern paper that were left over from one of my layouts. You'll see the layout in a moment here. So I thought I would add those here. And then I've used this little scallop circle twice for just little tiny journaling spots, and some of the puffy stickers that were in the kit. You can see my sequin pocket here. And so this is a great example of how to manage the see-through of the sequin pocket. And so here's my tip with using sequin pockets. When you use one, when you put one in, make sure that the other side has sort of similar colors. And also, you can see this one, I did a good job of using a contrasting color on this card underneath. And so that color is still in the sequin mix, but it contrasts so that those sequins stand out a little bit. They do a little bit against that pocket as well. Not as much, but there's still a little bit of contrast under there. And I also have this little circle element. That's one of the patterned papers that I've just punched out, and the back of it is black and white. And so whenever you know that something's going to be seen on the back side and you don't know what you're going to do with the back side yet, just do black and white, and that way you know that it will coordinate with anything. Black and white recently has been my go-to neutral for everything. So it just works beautifully. I also, this week, or this spread, I've combined 2 weeks, week 5 and week 6, because they were somewhat lighter on photos those weeks for whatever reason. These 2 cards are the exclusives that are part of the kit, so I wanted to be sure and use those. And notice how I have repeated this teal color is here, here, and here, and here, and here, and a little bit here. So make sure that regardless of what colors you use, that you repeat them across the page. I also have another sort of opaque pocket here with the vellum and the hearts, the cutout hearts. You'll see more of that in the next layout. It'll make more sense how that came to be. And let's see, I'm just thinking what else. Yeah, so that is this layout for 2013. And I need to do, it's probably time to do a flip through for my 2013 album. Let me know if you'd be interested in seeing that. So that is that layout. And then let me share with you the others. So this is the layout that I cut the hearts for. And I just wanted you to see how that came together. Some of them are just pieces from the paper, and some of them are completely cut out. I really was going for this sort of vertical feel right here, and I wanted the vellum to kind of show behind it. Let me move that out of the way here so you can see that better there. And so that was sort of my idea here, was to have vertical elements going up and down, and then another set of horizontal elements going across the page. So you sort of have this movement, this kind of movement around the page. I of course used two different twines. There wasn't enough of one by itself to go around the layout, but I combined two, and then that is sort of popping up a little bit. I need to adhere that down better. It's always a good idea before you put your layouts away to check and see if they are, if everything is still sticking well before you put in your pockets. And so let's see some of the other details. I used that rose gold paint again for some of my splotches here, and some of the puffy stickers, a date stamp. And the journaling says, "It's getting better, I promise. Slow but sure and steady. You are doing great. Just don't stop." And this was really just a reminder to myself. Sometimes it gets discouraging creating content and generating new ideas or creative ideas is hard work, and it takes a lot of energy from us. And sometimes it can be discouraging when a layout doesn't get the response that you had hoped that it would get, or you put a class out and it doesn't get the response that you hoped, or you put a blog series out and it doesn't get the response that you had hoped. That's a challenge that I face sometimes, just in pure transparency. And so this was a way of reminding myself to keep going, to not let that get me down, and just keep creating the content that I love, and that's really ultimately what matters. And so that was sort of my thought process behind this layout, and I really love how it turned out. It has this sort of free-flowing feel, and I'm really loving using these curves and just using sort of free-flowing kind of elements. You'll see that in my next layout as well. All of these layouts sort of have this free-flowing sort of just more relaxed feeling to them. This layout I did really impromptu, actually, and so it's just a quick traveler's notebook. It's my gardener's notebook that I do. I haven't worked in it since last summer, so it's a good time to pull that out. And I used, this is a die cut doily that is actually one of the INSD downloads on the Clique Kits blog. And so I cut it in half and then in half again. And used the bottom half on the bottom half of the layout and the top half on the top half. And then I used my title or adhered my title following the curves of that doily. And this is actually not a plant that we bought. We saw it in the store and I have no idea what it is. I need to look it up. But we didn't purchase it, but I really wanted to take a picture of it because it was really cool. And so I did that. And I also added some sequins here. There's some lighter pink ones in there as well. And this is just a combination. A couple of them are rose gold, a couple of them are gold sequins, and then I used a chipboard element and a couple of the little arrows, and that layout came together fairly quickly, actually. So that was fun to do. And then the last one that I'm going to share with you is one I did for Natalie's album. And so I'm working with the 2013 Project Life album right now. And these are this is a photo that I was recently working with. I need to adhere that down. I was recently working with in that album and decided that I should do a layout for her album as well. I love using my Project Life albums as a reference material to remind me of what photos I want to include in the kids' albums. And so this layout again is all about curves and using curves in your layouts. And so it started with this curve here and making that banner. I was inspired by those banner pieces. And so I knew this is what I wanted to use on this layout. This is an older tool from Bo Bunny. It's not available anywhere anymore, but you can get similar ones. If you look in the architectural section at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, you can find similar tools. They're just a curve ruler, and it's really a nice tool to establish the curve that you want to use, and then help you repeat it around the page. And so I've been using this quite a lot lately. If I can find a replacement, I'll link it below. I'm pretty sure that Amazon probably has some too. They won't be cute and pink, but because architects use these and interior designers, I was an interior designer in my previous life. So, but that way you can easily repeat your curves around the page. And so this layout started with the top curve. I cut the pattern paper and put down the banner and added my embellishments in my photo, and then I thought the title should follow that curve as well. And once I put the title down, then it needed something to ground it, so I added the little ball fringe, and then the journaling follows the curve as well. The journaling says, "Oh, Natalie girl, you have such a fun-loving, happy-spirited life. Don't ever let anyone take it from you. People will try to take your joy, but don't you let them. Love, Mom." And so that kind of expresses Natalie is this really happy-go-lucky kind of girl, and I pray every day for her. Like, that's my prayer every day for her, that no one steals that joy. So that expresses that perfectly. And so those are my Clique Kits layouts for the month of May 2018 using the May Riga kit, and features Pinkfresh Studio. Thanks for watching. I hope that you will check out the blog posts and check out my blog as well at larkindesigntm.com. Be sure to like and comment below. Let me know which one is your favorite. Which one of the layouts did you like the most? And also subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date. See you back here again soon. Bye-bye.